All right, Sagittarius, let's do this. This is your reading for August. I hope last month was awesome. I hope you tuned into that reading, and it'd be interesting to hear about how it all manifested for you. Let's look towards August. We're going to do a new spread. So I'm going to do an all shadow reading for you, which is going to be 4 cards from the Stalk Your Shadow Oracle deck. If you've got the deck, please follow along. And just write down the cards that come through. You might want to do a separate reading for you personally or for a different area in your life following the same spread. And then you've also got the little booklet in the Oracle deck to expand the language a little bit. And as always, the deck has action steps for every single card. So that really acknowledges that we're trying to move our intuitive consciousness or knowing or voice in through our reality and not just dance in, I'm listening to what spirit's saying, but I'm not doing anything about it. Action's really important. So one of the things I hear the most from people that are contacting us through the website, etc., is I don't know the difference between my intuition and my fear. So they don't know what's a sign and what's a warning, what's a good omen, what's a bad omen, what's a the good part of a totem, what's the shadow part of a totem. And that really takes practice and perseverance on understanding that there's not really that polarity there. In the spiritual realm, it's really like, here's information. It's our egos and our lower centers that make it good and bad. So we're so used to signaling off good or bad, love or fear, that as we move through and go into higher consciousness, up in 5D, we let go of that paradigm. We're really like, that's interesting. That feels nice. That feels uncomfortable. And it's not in this right, wrong, good, and bad scenario anymore, which is a really beautiful space to navigate. Top card is going to be the anchor card. Ankara means anchor. So what are we anchored in this month? What is the training program that our guides are taking us through? The overarching theme, so to speak, will make the other 3 cards make sense. So the training program for you, Sagittarius, is the snake. So it's about transformation. And I think for training, this would be great to know, are you allowing transformation to happen, or are you being impatient? Are you freaking out at any sight of discomfort, or are you knowing that discomfort is part of the process? The snake really goes through that shedding of skin slowly. It looks a little bit strange when it's happening. I'm sure it's uncomfortable. They're not agitated. They go through it slowly and they come out the other side with a new skin, right? They leave the old behind, but that takes a long time, right? So when you're going through transformation, know that there's a block of time that you're moving through as you shed that skin, as you process what's going on, as you get ready for the new skin. And out through the other side might feel strange at first. It might not feel super comfortable. It might be a bit raw, a bit vulnerable, maybe a bit too, you want to be wrapped in cotton wool feeling. But that's what transformation is. It's not programmed, comfortable, linear in any way. So this month will be a transformation, and your guides are looking to see whether you take on that responsibility and that training program well. What parts are very uncomfortable for you? What parts do you resist? What parts do you avoid? And what parts can you go through? You might get this idea that they're saying, slow down. You're meant to be in it right now. You're not meant to be out the other side. So don't focus on what you're letting go of too much, and also don't focus on where you're going to go too much, because you're not through the transformation yet. It's the discomfort in the middle that really offers the surrender process. So we're going to do a card for 3D, 4D pivot place, and 5D, all right? 3D is the Black Panther, very strong totem. So you are looking towards going further into your fear, not just reacting to it, not having a fight and flight response to it, not avoiding it. Black Panther has this capacity to go all the way through fear, slowly, gently, and with quite a bit of divine feminine grace, and transverses through fear. Most people bypass it. They go, I don't want to look at that. That's too much. Black Panther works in the shadows. So stalk your fear, look at it, digest it, understand it, live it, breathe it, feel it, and also pay attention to the mirror of what's showing up in other people. So if you see fear in other people and something that tells you that they're unsafe, turn that mirror on and let Black Panther take you through it. Because if everything is a reflection in a mirror of us experiencing and creating our reality, then I think a lot of people get stuck in like, well, you're afraid of that and I can see that and that's not my problem, right? But it's also like, well, if I can see that, is there a part in me too that holds that same fear that I'm not willing to look at, right? And it can be this like, we're figuring that out together. And I love that. I think with Black Panther on your side, engage and go into it, right? Probably the nicest, easiest way to do it is start journaling and write down, what am I afraid of? What am I terrified of? What is my worst case scenario? Keep going through the fear, keep moving through it. Don't dance on the surface here. Black Panther is strong. It's a very strong energy. So embody that strength, that big cat strength. Know that you're working in the shadows. So you are working with fear and go towards it. Even identifying your fear. What is it exactly that scares me about this situation? What is it exactly that I'm afraid of losing? What is it exactly that I don't want to let go of through this transformation? So we can hack into that by saying, well, you know, what if an upgrade's coming and you're going to need far more resources? What do you have to let go of? Well, if you're sitting around in doubt and fear and sabotage and just distracting yourself, then you might have to let go of your distraction, which means you're going to have less time to be in that place of, oh, that's fine, don't worry about it. That's everybody else's problem. What if you actually have to move through it and go towards something that you do fear? You're going to need the energy of a Black Panther to be like, right, well, I'm doing this. I need to see what's on the other side. And that can be asking for help. That can be embodying something that you're afraid to embody, which could be, I mean, we all throw around this embody word, but it could be being the confident person that you're afraid is going to upset people, or being the assertive person that you know other people are going to have a problem with. Maybe we just have to go through it and see what assertiveness looks like and see what true security looks like too, and know that big cat energy, that scares people. Nobody sees a Black Panther in the wild and feels calm about it, really. They might develop that calm and be like, oh, but most people would see a Black Panther and be like, oh my gosh, right? And this is the level of power that can happen through the shadow. And know that if people are reacting to it, you see fear in their eyes, you see discomfort in their face, you're watching their micro movements, they're upset in some way, then that's what a Black Panther does, right? It might be intimidating, it might be difficult for people, but I think it's better to ruffle some feathers and be empowered than it is to stay repressed and safe when that's not you, right? I know a lot of people with Black Panther totem, and it's difficult for them to be so powerful because other people compare themselves. So other people are like, oh, but you're so powerful and I'm not. It's like, well, maybe you just have to be Black Panther. Rise up, my darlings. So in the 4D pivot space, the dream space where we get to the heart emperor, 3D is the bottom 3 chakras. 4D is coming into heart. Heart emperor starts to lead from sovereignty. 5D is the higher centers. We need all to be running. I don't want you up here all the time, not grounded. And I don't want you down there all the time working with survival. I want all centers aligned. Spirit connection strong, earth connection strong, right? All those centers need to come online. You have to start in 3D, then we get a pivot place in 4D. It's the dream space. So Dragonfly says, transformation links into the snake can be smooth. if you want it to be, right? So hold the discomfort, allow it to be there, stay steady, right? Have you seen a dragonfly hover over a lake? They have this ability, they're not crazy, flighty, don't really know what they're doing. They can hover, right? And they're watching and noticing and looking for probably food, but hover over your transformation. Know that you can be steady in it. Have the ability to say, I'm in a transformation program. I can feel it. I know it's going to be easier on the other side. I just need to gather my resources, go towards it. I'm going to stalk it a little bit, be powerful in this, be steady, hold it steady. And I know out the other side, then I'll adapt, engage, and do what I need to do. Because on the other side, the outcome for you, if you can align all those centers, the reward in 5D is a profound level of creativity. Now, the spider comes in as creativity that could be erratic, creativity that could be scary. It's the amount and the intensity of the creativity that can send people a little bit wayward. Black Panther in this 3D will help you to ground in and be a powerful force. Keep it steady in your transformation. Know what you're in, right? Just know that there's a process happening. It's not going to last forever. This will pass. And my indication that I've got through the transformation is Spider will say, it's time. Start the project, start writing, start drawing, start painting, start creating something that hasn't existed before and bring it into tangible reality so you can finish off your transformation, right? And move that through so that that snake energy can really be exposed and have something to move through, something to create. I think that's going to be really wonderful. So happy August, Sagittarius. Looking forward to what you actually create on the other side of the transformation and change. Tune in next month for your free reading. Come and join us in Patreon. Come and do a course with us. Ask me any questions too. Comment below, subscribe, tell your friends, share the videos. They're really here for you. And I'd love to hear what you're working on. I'd love to hear what resonates for you. Thank you for all the comments and the kind words so far. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And I will see you next month. Bye.